Hey everyone, my name's Gunther and welcome back to another zoo tour. In fact, this will be the first zoo tour of a zoo that's not of my own creation outside of the Architect Challenges. And I gotta say, we have a truly amazing zoo for us to take a look at. This is called Blue Oasis Zoo and it's coming from Jean Tide. For those who don't know, Jean Tide does have her own YouTube channel, so I definitely encourage you to check it out. She has some amazing builds. She's a freaking talented builder, and I think you can see that just from all of the really cool things set up around this little plaza that she has going on here. I promise, and she reached out a while ago about Blue Oasis Zoo, and it's been on the back burner for some time. And I really wanted to share some amazing features about this particular zoo, which truly blows my mind. And I'm really excited to bring this to you guys. So I'm not going to bore you too much with all of the details, but a few things. As I mentioned, Jean Tide is a YouTube content creator. When I guess in the way that you can say she's a content creator, she builds zoos, which is why you're here, right? So if I've done everything correctly, in the top right-hand corner, you're going to see a little pop-up directing you to her channel. I definitely encourage you guys to check it out. Maybe subscribe to her channel as well. She has some really cool things in the works, and I'm really excited to be a part of it in some small manner. In this case, just by saying, check out Blue Oasis Zoo. On top of that, if you want to check out this zoo on your own, I've also included a link in the description below for you to go and download this zoo and check it out in your own free time. Now, before we get anywhere, I love these walls, and these are Indonesian brick pieces. Mossy brick pieces, if I'm not mistaken. Such a unique way of utilizing them to create a three-dimensional wall. And I also love this wall, which is very similar. Three-dimensional. It's the Indonesian pieces. And I've always struggled. I've always wanted to create like a wall that would have kind of like a little lip on it. And if I were to use, I would bring it down just one little bit, but I never thought of utilizing Indonesian wall pieces in this way. So I've already learned something from this video, and I hope you guys do too. We are going to try to go via this walkthrough method. The episode's going to be a little long, and I do apologize, but there's so much for us to take a look into. And Jean is a fantastic foliage player as well. She has these amazing skills with foliage, and I think you can kind of see it just with this alone. Look at this little oasis. Which is fitting. It is Blue Oasis Zoo. This blows away my Oasis Zoo out of the water because I don't think I would have ever been able to build this at the time. So this is really making me want to go and redo Oasis Zoo from the very beginning, which is something that's definitely in the works. So we have a few ways to go in. If you look off to our left, we have a little turnstile exit. So we are going to exit out this way. But we're going to go through our tickets booth. We also have some additional signs over here. So I really want to take a look at this. This looks to go to backstage area, if I'm not mistaken. So nothing too fancy over here. We won't necessarily dive in. But I want to say the use of the New World art pieces on this is just fantastic. And I was sorry about that. A little bit of a blip there. But we have our tickets booths. This is where you come in to buy the tickets, and then you kind of continue on your journey. And I already see a little bit of a sign. I'm very curious to see what this sign says. Welcome to Blue Oasis Zoo. We have over 600 animals from 36 different species. If you want to see them all, just follow the numbers. And she also provides it in, I want to say, German as well. And we'll kind of continue. So we have some numbers to follow, which is important. And I'm already seeing this fantastic looking tropical zoo with the number 1 on it. So this is the way to go. I appreciate the fact that we have like a little path to follow. But before we go into the tropical house, let's take a look at the outside first. First off, I love the slanted glass. This looks fantastic. I've never really thought of doing it, which is like why I love doing zoos. It encourages you to go through and change how you think. We have some capuchin monkeys. Love these capuchin monkeys, and lots of space for them to climb and to play around with. I love the grass or the leaves, the falling leaves. Works fantastic. Just again, really good foliage work. It just blows my mind seeing people do foliage the way they do, because it's always truly amazing. Now, as we enter into the tropical house, we totally just entered into a completely different area, which again is really cool. That's the idea of having these tropical houses. We have some exhibit animals. Love the use of the Indonesian brick. I've always struggled with creating exhibit boxes because they look too big in my eyes. Like if you think about a zoo, usually a zoo has an exhibit box, but it's quite small. There's nothing wrong with having these large boxes, but I love the Indonesian brickwork that you have going on here. And then just the borders as well with the very subtle yellow and the kind of like the indented architecture here. Lots of amazing work that went into this. And then we kind of have this truly unique underwater section, which is like I struggle with creating and working with terrain. So seeing this is just always really cool. This looks like I want to say spectacled caiman, maybe. I could be wrong. Could be a monitor. Asian water monitor. I was so far off on that one. This is what gave me the idea in my habitat house to do the foliage wall. So thank you to Jean Tai for that great idea. I love the use of the foliage, kind of just adds a little bit of additional color. And if you think about it, if you go into a house like this, it would be very, very moist and humid. So having this in here would make sense because it's going to naturally grow anyway. So having a foliage wall is a great way to promote conservation. It also acts as a great way to cool or keep the house cool. It's going to absorb a lot of the heat and stuff like that. It's just the other half of the monitor lizard habitat. Man, I love the brickwork and kind of how it's like indented into the terrain. Fantastic work. And again, all the Indonesian pieces, I've always admired how people use Indonesian pieces to create something. Galapagos giant tortoise. So look at this habitat. This is amazing. When I think about Galapagos giant tortoise, I always think about like a sandy beach. So seeing something different is always really nice because it kind of helps to jog the memory of, or jog your inspiration on what you want to build. Oh, look at a little baby tortoise. This is really cool. I love the foliage work and the detail, the green and the stone sticking through. The one big tree right in the center fits. Oh man, so much to take in. We also have a monkey trail, and we have an entrance and an exit. So let's go through this way. So this is the capuchin monkey. It's a walkthrough habitat, and as soon as you go in, you can immediately hear the monkeys, and they're calling out. But man, look at the foliage. I love the use of the edge pieces. So these are the New World trim pieces. Love them. I use them quite a bit myself. And then again, just like look at the climbing structure. It's so natural. Some vines for them to run along. I don't think I've ever actually used a vine in this manner, this particular vine. So it's a really cool idea. I'm definitely gonna kind of file that away for future use. And even just seeing it right here, just having it kind of breach across and then down, it looks super natural. It looks like it belongs. It doesn't look like a game. It looks like it's meant to be the way it is. And that is our tropical house. We do have another view. I want to say this is maybe the backside of the monitor habitat. Oh no, I'm wrong. Something else is in here maybe. I don't know. Oh no, it is. It is the same habitat. That's one really big habitat. I love it. And then again, just the foliage work with the curb made out of the Indonesian pieces. Fantastic work. Jean, I love your tropical house. I know you shared some photos in our Discord, but it's always nice to view it ourselves. Now we have number 2, we're going down the main path. I appreciate the guided tour. It's always nice to have something like this. And immediately we have, I want to say, some attics. Look at this. Again, I had the pleasure of seeing this come together over time. She shared it with us in our Discord community, but seeing it and touring it yourself is just completely different. And I want to say these are the Somali wild ass. Look at that foliage. It definitely fits in with the idea that it is oasis, sandy deserts with like some nice, really cool desert growth, all centered around these oasis points. And like the shade. So if you think about it, you're naturally going to see, foliage kind of grow wherever it can in the shade where it's a little bit harder by trees, like the fallen roots and stuff like that. And then I just want to say, this is all individual pieces. The amount of work that would have to go into placing this, I do not envy you, but it looks so good. I love it. It looks super natural, and I can't believe that this works the way it's supposed to. How amazing is this? I'm trying to open up my vocabulary. I'm not trying to use the word gorgeous or amazing too often. I'm trying to use different words to describe this outstanding habitat. There we go. There's another word that we kind of utilize. We have a viewing area up this way. It's always really cool that you can kind of explore the zoo from your guest's eyes as you kind of travel around. And we have some sunshades. I love sunshades. As you know, I'm a huge fan of building sunshades. So seeing them here is just truly fantastic. Funny story, I went to a zoo over the weekend for my birthday, and I definitely got rained on. It was a beer fest zoo. It was a brews at the zoo, or brews in the zoo, and it was a really, really cool experience, except it rained, and I ended up having to hang out under a sunshade for a little bit. And I can assure you it was a really surreal moment, because I haven't been to a zoo in a while. We don't have one where I live, so this is how I live. This is kind of how I explore zoos. I vicariously live through Planet Zoo. That's an amazing view. And then just, again, the foliage work and all the barrier work. So if we were to maybe take a look over, it's just the desert, but seeing how you utilized all the different pieces, the bamboo, different colors, and the rocks and stuff like that makes it look super natural. We even have like this little hidden area. Oh, it goes to the backside. I love this. I would have thought that would have gone. Like you can't even see through. That's so cool. Like the overgrown path with the foliage, again, super amazing. Love the use of this. I think one of the first times I ever saw a build from Jean, it was for our community zoo project, and she built a habitat for some little critters. I want to say maybe some skunks and what's the word I'm looking for? We have them here all the time. Raccoons. I was going to call them bandits. It was so foliage heavy. It was so amazing. What do we have here? I can hear it. Oh my God, it's a sand cat. I can't get I can't get a hold of her. Maybe we can kind of come around the corner here. We have another entrance for the staff area. Man, I love this. Great use of the faux tree trunks. So I've always struggled with like how to utilize these, but they act as a really good barrier, especially in these like South African desert vibes. It really kind of gives you this like the idea of pillars, so stone pillars that have grown up over time. So like maybe through natural erosion and stuff like that, you'd see these all the time. There's a word for it. I want to say that they're hoodoos. I think that's what they call them. It kind of gives me that vibe here, and I really love them. Look at them all sleeping. Still can't grab a hold of them. It's not meant to be. Maybe it's because I was on. There. So kind of continue on our way. We're going up to number 6, which is going to be back onto the main path. Yes, we had the sand cats. That's what it was called. My apologies. I'm really digging this like overgrown path though. This is really cool. So we have another staff area. So we're going to continue down this way, and oh my goodness. It goes right over a habitat. I love African wild dogs. I could just watch them interact in a pack like this all day. They're such a beautiful animal. Like, I love the scheme, the painted scheme on their coats. It just looks so amazing. I love the use of the path and the rocks. Seeing the bars kind of like sift through is always really cool. So it almost looks like it does look like it's meant to be made like this. It kind of gives you that idea that it's more natural with the rocks, but the bars are there for more guest safety. Again, great use of the bamboo. I gotta remember this. thicker bamboo, just 3 different colors all rotated around is a great way to create this really natural looking barrier. And it doesn't have to be a fence or anything like this. This is really cool. Jean, I gotta say, this is a beautiful zoo. And I've gone through it a few times to kind of explore it myself, but this is just utterly amazing. Again, with that oasis, nice little waterfall kind of feeding into it, some foliage plots, and then looks like a little rest area even. So we came in from this direction, we went up here, so I'm assuming we're gonna go back on the main path. But if maybe we wanted to have a little bit of a break, there's a nice little eatery. We have some tables. I love these tables. These look amazing. Good use of the oceanic pack. You can't go wrong with that pack. You can't go wrong with any of the packs that are in Planet Zoo. It's such a really cool, and it's such a lush environment. For being built in a desert, it looks like it belongs, but it's not all gray. It's or brown. It's mixed in with some solid green colors, some yellows, a little bit of a splash of pinks and different hues, but all together creates this. And I just gotta say, having this wraparound path where we go over and then up and over and then under is just really cool. Working in with all the glass pieces, which interestingly enough, it's just the glass barrier. So it just goes to show you don't have to go and create a glass or place your own glass stand. You can just utilize a glass barrier, easy peasy. And then you get this really cool looking habitat with different viewing areas, which is always important. You want to have different ways to view into your habitat, and this does it fantastic. I love this tree. Acting as like a central focus point, and then in the background being able to see like some kind of building, just a glass building. It makes you want to go over there, which is exactly what you want when you're in a zoo. You want it to be on a directed path, and this is the way to go. Some additional staff areas. Again, I gotta remember this trick with having like a wraparound staff path, which I don't know if you guys noticed. It's one path. It's just a 4-meter path, and then she just placed some stuff through it. So they phase through it, but from a view perspective, it looks really good. That's a great way to hide your staff areas. Should be dromedary candles, and then we have little scimitar horned oryx, Dama gazelles, 3 species in this habitat, which is not an easy feat to create a habitat for three species. Now, I have put this in sandbox mode, but when I opened it up, it was built, I want to say, it was built not in franchise mode, but it had all of the franchise settings. I might be wrong, it could have been built in franchise mode, but it looks like it has all the franchise settings. So this habitat, it actually works for them, which is what makes it even more amazing. But I love the hills. So if you look, you kind of see the change in elevation goes up and down. It's super subtle, but it adds so much. My goodness. I love when they see them like kind of hop because there's something in the way. So instead of walking over, I think it's these rocks. They're not a huge fan of rocks for some reason. So they hop over them, but this is just utterly amazing. Oh, I love when they kind of spread their legs like this. Oh my goodness. I love that. I love that habitat. And then, oh, I didn't even see this. Get a little camel statue peeking out. It's just so fitting. And again, the bamboo, placing this all down the way it is, I want to say, it looks like it's maybe the few different pieces kind of wrapped around and stuff like that, but you wouldn't know. This looks super varied and disorganized in a good way. You want it to be disorganized because you want it to look like it's natural. Oh my God, it's the African penguins. I love this window. You have some of the dead trees. You have lots of rocks, a lot of the faux rocks and stalagmites and stalactites. And then we even have meerkats in here. Are they meerkats? Yeah, they should be meerkats. Maybe I'm crazy. Yeah, meerkats. Okay, I'm not crazy. But I am stuck. Quick little hop and we're back over. I love these viewing windows though. Oh my goodness. And then the stone wall to prevent the viewing so you're not going to see the desert itself. I love you have so many varied viewings. And then we can go right into the viewing area. Is this your own? Did you create your own? Hang on, did not like that in... Oh my god, you did. You created your own vestibule to kind of go in here. That's so cool. I love what you did with this. Oh, and the windows are all one-sided panes of glass. Even better. I love it. And you see all the holes from the meerkats everywhere. And then, are we allowed in here? Oh, we are allowed in here. What is this? Oh, okay. We have our porcupines. Meerkats. It's their indoor, their den area. A little bit of some enrichment items. Love the use of the African pieces. And then the roof. Oh, man. And you kind of have like the vet room looking in, or the restroom looking in to the habitat. So your staff could hang out in there, and they could just observe if they wanted to stay and watch, or kind of observe off the offside. That's really cool. I love this habitat. Fantastic work, Jean. An amazing builder. So if you haven't checked her out, I definitely encourage you to do so, because this zoo is amazing, and it's not easy to finish a zoo. Every time a zoo finishes, it's such a moment of celebration, because it's not easy to do that. Again, very, very beautiful foliage work. I love the walls, and then just the viewing stations up in here. Perfect way to utilize the solar panels. Super clean energy, so it's green energy. I love the way it works. I wish the solar panel pieces were separate so you could place them wherever you wanted, but I guess you can't win them all. And then you kind of continue, and then we're back into our camel habitat with our 3 species, and kind of looking around. Again, I can't stress enough how much I love these numbers, just leading us on the way to go. So this is the path that we're following. We're going to get a new view from higher up, which is amazing. And then we can kind of work our way back through. A little bit of a pop there, but that's okay. Man, look at this. I'm really digging the change in elevation with all the different hills that you see here. It makes it look like a sand dune, which is exactly what you would expect to see in a desert oasis zoo. Sand dunes everywhere. The fact that you've incorporated it, but like, just to hold on a second, look at all the rocks and the grass. My goodness, not an easy task filling all of this in, that's for sure. As you, if for those who have been watching the channel recently, I've really been focusing on, more like slower foliage, more intended foliage, and this is very intended foliage with all those rocks to break up all the flat area. But that's not easy, because you can't just place like 100 of them all at once and like put them all randomly. You have to be very careful about where you place them. And even the change in the color, I think those are 2 different color rocks everywhere. That looks fantastic. The amount of work that would go into doing something like that, I can't imagine. I would be very curious, Jean, how long you spent building this particular zoo, because it definitely shows in the love and the attention to detail that you put in together. I'm truly over the moon. Thank you so much for asking me to tour this. I really appreciate it. I love this. This is such a lovely zoo. Even more views of the habitat. You have so many camels in here. And then just the barrier here, having no barriers except for this lip, the lip or whatever. That's so cool. I like these, the barrierless barriers for our guests, and they can kind of just see right into the habitat and be able to, without any issues viewing it and stuff like that. I would be a little concerned with maybe falling in here just because that's me, but the view alone is totally worth the risk. Man, look at that. That's a picture-worthy experience right there. Hold on. I love these stacked rocks. Make it look like striations, almost like it's built up over time, and you can even climb up. I think we're taking a peek into an area we're not supposed to look into yet, so we'll turn around. We have a nice little restaurant as well. So you can kind of come in. I love the glass wall here, so you can kind of see as they're making your dinner and stuff like that, or your lunch. It's such a cool feature. He's so happy to help us. Man, look at this oasis. I love this. This is so cool. I love the water. Fantastic. This is something I would love to go and visit. Okay, so we are going to go to our viewing area over here. You can definitely hear some animals. We'll take a look. Again, blown away by the foliage here. The rocks mixed in. Man, I love this. These are trees. I love the use of the trees, kind of sunk it in. Make it look like a little bit more natural. I started utilizing that myself. Good use of the faux rocks as well. Different colors. Those are the pebbles, and they're not pebbles, but they're like the smaller like rocks that everybody uses on the ground. I love how you incorporated them into the wall as well. And we have this viewing area of even more camels. Back green camels. Man. Again, with the foliage hills, the path, it's a nice path for them to follow along. Worked into the oasis. Gotta love the theme that you have kept on going on here. We even have some additional Przowski's horse. I love seeing multi-species habitats because I struggle building them myself because I struggle trying to make them work together. There's a lot of science that goes into creating multi-species habitats. You want to make sure they're on the same continent, the same foliage, that they can eat the same grass, they can survive in the same temperature. So I realize the game kind of does a lot of it for you, but in reality, creating a multi-species habitat is not just as easy as saying, hey, we're going to put some Przowski horses and Bactrian camels here. You want to make sure that they can survive off of the same type of food. They can survive off of the same in the same temperature. They're able to live together. They're not going to be animals who, like a solo. If a good Bactrian camel wanted to be a solo creature, and then you have Przowski horses kind of going around, then there's the space associated with it. So there's a lot that goes into it. Now, if I'm not mistaken, because you can kind of just walk in, here's what I think happened here. You utilized some non-functioning or non-traversable foliage, which is a great way to create a barrierless barrier. So they can't cross in. They're still in their barrier. I love it. I absolutely loved it. Oh, look at the little fowl, the foal. And a little baby camel as well. Another viewing area, maybe mixed in with some restaurants. You can grab a little snack while you come in here and take a look at their den. It's always nice to see into the back den here. Love the North African pieces, the plaster pieces with the holes in them. Great use of ventilation. This is how they ventilate old homes. They would leave these holes that would allow air to kind of circulate in houses. That's how North African houses cooled down way back in the day. And I say way back in the day as if I lived there. I did not. We're talking tens of hundreds of years ago. I'm sure they still utilize that today, but it's such a really cool feature. And then we're over here. So we kind of got a sneak peek, but I just got to say, I love this. This is my fit. Like, this is amazing. And we have the pronghorn antelope. I love these rock features. I'm definitely going to file this away, Jean. This has given me some really cool ideas for my own habitats. Love the use of the foliage, the cacti, the cactuses. Oh, we even have 9-banded armadillos. Oh my goodness. We came in at the perfect time to see him kind of scamper up that little stone path. What if we go over here? Oh, it's an overhead path. They can kind of come out of the other side. That's so cool. Are we able to go and take a look? And so it's completely 360. You can actually go around and see it, but they're actually climbing all the way around on the top. That's such a cool habitat. I love this. An indoor habitat for the 90-banded armadillos that take place on two sides of a path. Not an easy task, and you did a fantastic job. I love the foliage kind of wrapping around the center rock with all the trees kind of holding everything together. Amazing. Stunning work. That's a new word. I'm going to try to use stunning a little bit more, maybe. Outstanding. We continue on our path, and it's almost like we've kind of entered into like a little desert town. We have the shortcut and the main path. We're going to take the main path. We don't need no shortcuts on this tour. Oh man, I love this. Oh, I don't know what happened there. So we have another view of the pronghorn antelope, and this is their den. And then you've created some faux houses. And then these are, I love the call-outs: Blueprint from Oblivions, edited by me, edited by Jean. This is really cool. I don't know how I get out of here. Hang on. I don't think I was supposed to go through that door. Oh, it's a walkthrough habitat for some groundhogs. Or prairie dogs, sorry. Groundhogs, I don't know why I said groundhogs. It's early in the morning for this. Oh, I didn't realize this is a walkthrough, and it's a saloon. Oh, I broke it. And then if we look over here, we have our sheriff's house, which I'm assuming doubles as kind of like staff housing. I love this. And then do not enter, so we have our staff area. And then again, some excellent use of these stalls. I love this. These are my favorite things so far. I love these. And then we're back on the main path. We have some shortcuts that we can take back to some areas, but we're going to continue down our main path. And what do we have over here? We have the red fox. Yeah, I was right. I get some of them right. I can get some of them right. That's the important thing. But again, seeing that use of these stone pillars that you've created working in with the fence itself, I love this. I just recently actually utilized this fence in one of my builds, and I don't use barrier habitat barriers very often, and it's such a shame because these pieces are they're great. They work really well. I love this. I could go to this zoo and spend all day here. Oh my goodness. Shortcut back to this, back to a food court. So I think we did come through the food court. Perhaps. But we'll continue on our path. I love these houses. I feel like we've stepped out of a desert oasis into like a desert town, post office. Like the 17th century frontier town. Continue on our way, and then we have this amazing tunnel. I love this. Kind of continue our way. I love the use of these windows again, so we saw them earlier, but we can see on both sides. It's on the other side. Oh my god. Mountain lions. You hear them just purring. Take a little nap. And a little cub. And then we come out on the back side. This is where the shortcut took us. So we could have skipped some of the habitats. I love the use of the pathing and the shortcuts. Oh, and this. It's an exhibit box. I thought this was actually part of the original habitat. No, this is an exhibit box. It's for some lizards. What do you got here? Gila monster. There we go. I thought that looked so natural though. Oh my goodness. I don't think I've ever actually collared peccaries. I've never placed a collared peccary in my game. This is one of the anniversary animals. I have yet to place them down. I'm ashamed to admit that. But I love it. So we have two views. It's really hard to kind of decide. I think this is my favorite habitat. So we have the mountain lions on one side. We have the collared peccaries on the other side. I think this is my favorite habitat right here. I love this. I love that view. Oh, the custom wall mixed in with some of the rusted bars. Man, this is giving me so much inspiration and just makes me want to play even more. We have some more snakes. Another habitat worked in so well. Oh man, I can't believe you did this. You might have just heard my Discord go off. I apologize. We got back into another viewing area. I love this like wraparound path, the stone pieces. Oh, it's a rhino habitat. Love the use of the faux rocks. The color just pops really well. You have the nice foliage. Super long too. It's a fantastic habitat. Nice little swimming area for them. I love the color of the water. Fits with the Oasis view. And then again, just the foliage. I gotta say, man, foliage and Jean go together. Just like the best pair ever. If you ever need help with your foliage, you know who to ask, because it's Jean. You have another viewing area just over here as well. Oh my goodness. I feel like we're getting close to the end of the habitat, or at the end of the tour. This is just, we've seen so much. We've been on quite the journey, but having it in this guided path has made it so easy for us to follow where you want us to go. You can direct the guests. Yeah, this is my favorite habitat though. I love this. The rock work, the foliage, the building in the background. Oh man, they have like the mountains even further back. This just looks beautiful. Yeah, favorite habitat, hands down. Said it, one and done. I'm done. I could end this tour and I'd be a happy man, but we have a little bit more to kind of go through. We have some additional views. I want to say custom made. That's not what I was looking for. Black rhinoceros. Oh, look at that view right there. I love how you have the enrichment ends right here, so your guests would be able to see and kind of get up and close, or as up and close as you want to a rhino. I don't know if you would maybe want to get really up and close to a rhino. That might be a little terrifying. But we'll continue on our journey and kind of moving back into the original architecture style that we saw when we first toured the zoo. I really love these pieces. What are these? African decorative strips. I don't think I've ever used these in-game. Let's start utilizing them more. These are fantastic. Oh my God, we got African penguins, yeah. My wife loves penguins. Every time we go to a zoo, she has to see the penguins. And we went to the Calgary Zoo a little while ago, maybe about a year ago during the winter. And she could have spent the entire day looking at the penguins there. It was such a sad day though, because they didn't have the penguin house open. So I guess now I'll live by looking at this amazing habitat. You have so many penguins though. Oh my goodness. Different viewing angles as well, even better. I love these walls and these barriers that you've created. Oh my goodness. Look at that rock work in the back. So when I place rocks, I tend to just have them like one direction, then I place like random rotation, but you've placed them sideways and every which way. Oh, my goodness. A huge archway. Again, different colors. The attention to detail and the love that you had to put into this to create this is just, I can't believe. I'm so amazed by what you've done. Even having this like oasis worked around the building itself. Oh my goodness. We have a wraparound viewing area, so we're gonna go down and under. Oh my goodness, we get an underwater view. Oh, how cool is this? And you can see them all swimming. And there's so many of them, you can't miss them. Holy moly. What a view. I'd be terrified to see that many penguins. I don't know that's so many. I wouldn't be terrified, that's wrong. I would love to see that many penguins. There's a ton there though, that's for sure. Back onto the main path, and we have another shortcut. I love these shortcuts. Kind of continue along. We have the African decorative panels all over the place. Just kind of give a little bit of a jog. Kind of get all the way around. Oh, I turned on sticky keys. That's my bad. And we're seeing these walls that we saw on the other side. So we're kind of seeing them again. There goes my Discord again. And we have elephants. Indian elephants. African savanna elephants. Oh, I broke the game again. Oh, look at this habitat. Sorry, folks. Sorry, I muted my, had to go in and mute my Discord. Apparently, there's quite the conversation going on right now. But I love this habitat. This is just, again, the rockwork, the foliage, pebbles. They're not pebbles. Don't crucify me. Man. I don't know if you can hear it, but the wind in the background, oh, what a sensational habitat. And again, with the bamboo walls, oh my goodness. I really have to start utilizing this trick with the bamboo, with like the multicolored bamboo as like a kind of like a fascia for the wall, the plaster walls. And we're back into another building. Is this the other side? Where are we now? I'm so wrapped around right now. So this is the den for the elephants, the indoor habitat. Oh, little baby elephant with his tail wagging. What's on this side? Hang on, let's work our way around. Man, I love the foliage work. I love this zoo. If you're this far in the episode and you haven't taken a look at the zoo, I highly recommend you download the zoo because some amazing ideas. I don't know what's here. Oh, is it? Oh no. I was gonna say it's quokka maybe, but no, I don't know what's there. It's a mystery. All right, let's continue on our way. We're gonna exit this house, continue on our adventure, kind of jog all the way around to our fennec den. Okay, here we go. I love the fennec foxes. Like their ears, super iconic. Can't go wrong. I love fennec foxes. I wish I could have a fennec fox as a pet. I say that in a jest. You would never want to pet a fennec fox. They deserve to live wild and free. But man, got to admit, they are such an adorable animal. Can we see any? There they are. I like these overhead paths for them that go and traverse. And he's actually used. It's like perfect timing to see this happen. Oh, it's decided he's going to go back now. I love how this habitat is, it's 3 smaller habitats all worked in around the path. Such a really cool use of terrain and architecture to make this all happen. And you even have like an upstairs section. Where's this looking into? Huh. What's on this side? Oh, is it the elephants? It is the elephants. It's the other side of the elephant habitat. That's so cool. Would not have expected that, to be able to see the elephants up there as well. Oh my goodness. Is that how we get out as well? All right, hang on. I think I lost. Okay, hang on. 31, 32. There we go. Those numbers come in clutch. Got a little turned around there for a second. We come out and then we have another view. So we had one view of the elephant and then these, the same elephants. But how did they get from there to the other side? Where did that happen? Because we came in on that side. We saw some elephants on over here. How do you get them? Unless it wraps around the other side, maybe? That's so cool. Oh, that's exactly what happens. It wraps around. That's so cool. It's such a unique way of building a habitat. I love it. And we continue on our way. Oh, I love the wildflowers. We have some flamingos, pink flamingos. Another viewing station over here as well. I love the angled bars. I'm a huge fan of like these angled beams. Definitely seen me build them in my habitats before, but nowhere as amazing as this zoo. Such a talented builder. Jean, I love your builds. And we're back onto the main path. We see our shortcut. So maybe we didn't want to see Indian elephants or African savanna elephants or fennec foxes. We could just shortcut around, see the penguins. And then we're going into the Oceania section, the Oceania nightlife. But before we get there, we got to go this way. Follow the numbers. The Australian sunshades, I love these. Going into, what are these? Redneck wallabies. Listen, there's so many of them. You have like an entire herd of wallabies here. I love it just seeing them lay around like that. Continue on our way. 36. So we gotta go around. Oh, is this a walkthrough habitat? I think it is a walkthrough habitat. Look over here. Oh, okay. So I see what's going on here. You've wrapped it all the way around. So we kind of do a walkthrough up in amongst a close encounter with all the wallabies. Would not want to step on their tail. Feel like that would be a bad idea. It'd be so hard not to pet the wallabies, though. If this was real life, I'd want to touch them and just play with them so much. You ever seen like dogs with like big ears? You just want to rub their ears. It's exactly the feeling I'm getting right there. I just want to rub their ears. And then we head into the nightlife, the night house. Oh, I love the. So these are the African signs. I was playing around with this piece and I had the very similar idea, using them as a ground barrier. But these are the African signs. I love this. Such an ingenious use of pieces. Jean, you have an amazing way of incorporating different building pieces to create your habitats. And it creates these really cool looking things. So we have the kiwi, wombat, and quokka. Again, some fantastic use of the Indonesian brick, going into all the faux rock. And that's our wombat. Taking a little nap. Oof. Look at this. I love the foliage wall that you've created with the... What are these? Sure, not meant to be. I can't get a hold of it. Look at the foliage, though. Oh my goodness. It's tough to utilize because you can't use buffalo grass in here. So I can't remember the name of the grass, but I utilize this, and it's really hard to incorporate this grass and make it look natural. But you did a fantastic job. And I love I've been using a lot of these pieces in my habitats lately, but this is just a gorgeous, beautiful, lush habitat. I don't know, so many words, so many buzzwords there. And kind of continue. We have a walkthrough habitat. Your custom walkthrough entrance. You can see the path going all the way through. And we can go all the way around. So let's just go through. We'll kind of cheat and go through the habitat itself. I want to say this might be the quokka habitat. Can't see. Oh, there they are. They're sleeping. Which makes sense. They are nocturnal creatures. They would be sleeping during the day, and it is during the day. Oh, but I think I heard something. Oh, there you go. Move it around. Little quokka. I love those guys. So adorable. And then if we continue on our path, we'll make our way all the way around. And here's the kiwi. Perfect timing to see him kind of like moving around a little bit. And again, with a really cool looking, I wonder, did they come all the way out here? No. Oh my goodness. Did not expect this. It's a glass roof where you can see them walking around. Oh, that's so cool. What an excellent use of your space, creating something truly amazing, multi-layered habitats. Oh, and so many kiwis. Oh, amazing. And then we leave our night house, continue on our journey down 39. And I think 40, this is going to be the last of our habitats that we're going to take a look at. So we go down 40. It's going to be the wraparound. 41, yeah, 40, 41. Underwater viewing. More penguins. Look at these guys. Yeah, little penguins. What a gorgeous habit. Oh. I wonder if they can actually swim through there. If they do, that's so cool. I love, like, you've created like a little underwater archway. Amazing. And then just like that, I think we're near the end of our tour of Blue Oasis Zoo. So if you liked Blue Oasis Zoo, I definitely encourage you to go and check out the workshop link and maybe hit the thumbs up. Maybe share a like, share the build, tour it yourself. I definitely encourage you guys to take a look because there are some really cool ideas for your own habitats that I'm sure will help you to build some amazing things because this is an amazing zoo. And it's not often I get to tour them. So thank you very much, Jean, for asking me to tour. Thank you for the opportunity, and I definitely walked away. I've learned a few things from this tour, and I'm really excited to start building again in Planet Zoo. I took a few days off for my birthday, but that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for hanging out. A huge shout out again to Jean for this amazing zoo that you've created. I can't believe it's like a one-of-a-kind amazing zoo. You've blown my Oasis Zoo out of the water, and I love it. Thank you so much for the opportunity to tour. And as always, if you like this video, if you like this tour, go check out Jean's channel as well. She has some amazing content there. She's actually a fantastic builder. I encourage you guys to go and support her as well on her journey. And I would really appreciate that. Now, as always, I just want to say thank you so much for supporting my channel as well, supporting this video. And if you like the zoo, maybe hit the thumbs up button and share this with all of your friends, because I think this zoo is a one-of-a-kind tour. Otherwise, and as always, thank you and ciao for now, everybody.